I just spent about 5 minutes trying to reposition the camera so it would cover my forehead the right amount. So obviously that means I'm a terrible person. This is going to be a response video, mainly about the video it's now been deleted, but you've probably seen it. It's brought up a point that actually I've thought about for a while now. Nah, just kidding. Just doing this video to jump on the bandwagon and get views. The video she put out has blown up a lot, kind of ironically, because the point she's making is about how social media is inherently bad and how it makes everyone unhappy because we're trying to project the fact that we're perfect and make up lies about our lives on it. In a way, she is kind of right. Like, her story is incredibly sad, and yeah, I'm really sorry about what's happened to you. For those of you who haven't seen the video, basically she talks about her experience with social media, how she became like a big star, but that had very negative effects. It gave her severe body issues and this constant need to be validated, and yeah, that's a terrible thing and that can happen. And I'm glad you're doing what's necessary to make you happy. I do agree with you to an extent. Social media can be a terrible thing. It can create pressure to remain beautiful in order to get likes, to get views. It can just perpetuate this idea that you just have to be perfect all the time. For videos, I kind of do that. Like, I sometimes try and do my hair or put on more makeup or something in order to look better. And I'd say it worked. Right now, I'm about a solid 3. Companies have obviously exploited this and used this to campaign this idea of beauty and that you have to conform to this image. That is a terrible thing. But that's not necessarily social media's fault, or at least not all social media's fault. That is the beauty companies and the health companies exploiting it. You said that you were part of this modelling thing, which can be a very terrible world. The fact that they both interlapse, I think, is what made your experience so terrible for you. But I can definitely understand your anger. I think the message that you were trying to convey, that like all social media is terrible, is kind of a broad statement. Social media can be terrible, but it can also be great. It can help you connect with people or share memories or create memories. Like you said, you tried to use your YouTube platform to spread positive ideas in the past. We should not rely on social media. We should definitely disconnect from time to time, but it's really not as bad as we make it out to be. I know that there are those people who are obsessed with social media and who never get off it. Those are the silly people. No one likes those people. You even admitted, kind of ironically, that you're going to sell t-shirts using advertisements on social media. And also use social media to ask your impressionable young audience to send you money. A big part of our social media experience is how we use it, and I know obviously that's a lot easier said than done. Obviously, if you're going on social media, you're going to face that aspect of numbers and views and likes. It's important to not let that just consume you. You have to know where your priorities are. Even though I'm starting getting paid for this whole YouTube thing, I started it because I like making things. Also, I want to be a screenplay writer, so I figured this was like a good place to start for practice and stuff. While it's nice to see numbers go up, that's not what you should focus on. And I know what happened to you, it wasn't your fault. You were young and you were vulnerable. But I think if you are spreading messages, which now you're not because obviously you've quit social media, but to anyone really, if you're going to spread messages about social media, spread how to use it wisely, rather than making your viewers feel bad for just having an Instagram account. I don't know, I guess I'll just always find it ironic that the get off the internet videos are always on the internet, like, oh, go outside, talk to people, but don't forget to like and subscribe first.